Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by. So today I will be sharing in regards to supplements that will help fight fatigue, encourage mental focus. If you have TBIs and experience PCS and head traumas, and you're experiencing really extreme chronic fatigue or changes in your moods or personality, and this is due to that, I've been getting these questions and I feel comfortable now to share what I've been doing. So I'm actually going to be talking about both of these, and this is the NADH and this is the NMN. So basically, if you haven't seen the review for this one, I will try to link it up above or link it out below, or both. This is a supplement that supports mitochondrial health, promotes ATP, natural energy, and what this does is it gives you that boost. And what happens is that when I was using this, because of the CoQ10, it actually, which is weird because usually CoQ10s gives me a stomach ache, even if I eat or not. So this one actually doesn't do that. Initially, when I started to use it, it did give me it made me not have an appetite, essentially. Like, it made me feel full. The more I used it, the more my body adjusted. I started with one pill or one tablet, and then 2, and then 3. I'm actually at a 3 right now. And this is a chewable. So what I do first thing in the morning is I actually take 3, I chew it, I relax, I let it absorb. And then after maybe a couple minutes, I take my other vitamins or supplements, which one of them is this. And before I continue, if you've enjoying my video and will continue to enjoy my video, I hope you don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. All my social media accounts, including where to get these, are going to be linked down below. So this is supposed to encourage or give support with this. So this also helps. The supports healthy brain function. It says supports anti-aging NAD plus, which is this. Supports energy metabolism. So if you are new to my channel, I'm just gonna let you know I'm using these, and I tried and I started to use these two because of the fact that I have chronic fatigue, and this is due to multiple concussions or TBIs that I've experienced in the past few years. And yes, I'm still recovering from it. So what I've noticed in taking these two together is this really does complement this. It does take a while to, fully take effect. I think on, I forgot how many bottles, but I just repurchased 10 bottles. I didn't even want to admit that out loud. This one, I have repurchased this numerous times, and the more bottles that you do get for each one, the more you do, the cheaper it is per pill. So this one, I started with 1 capsule, and I wanted to see what would happen in a few days, because my body would be adjusting. I did see a slight difference, and now I'm actually taking 2. So I take 3 of these every morning, and after this is ingested, I take this, 2 of these. And what I have noticed is this: I have more energy, but I have more energy. I'm not very hungry early in the day, and that is because these 2 are there. But these 2 are burning. These 2 are burning like calories and anything else. So I actually I usually eat the first thing in the morning, and then I'm taking these, so I don't eat anymore. What I do is it takes me about 2 hours, and then I start to eat. And also I'm very busy. I have my son, which I'm taking care of. So after 2 hours of taking these, I eat my first meal of the day. What I have noticed in taking these together is I have more energy, but I also need to eat like in a short amount of time. So initially I thought I can kick off my energy shot, which I did. And of course, like after my body has adjusted and adapted, I need that again. I still need that, but I don't need it like 2 or 3 times anymore. Or I don't need an extra boost anymore, and that kind of situation. I've been using this, I would say, for several months now, not a full year yet, several months. They can be kind of expensive in my opinion, but they really do the trick. What I feel comfortable is 3 for this and 2 for this, and I'm fine. What I can tell you though is, because it pumps up so much energy, I do eat a little bit more, but in a shorter amount of time. I don't even know if I'm explaining that correctly. So I eat later in the day. It's kind of like I'm doing intermittent fasting, but not on purpose. So I eat a shorter amount of time in the day because it's burning whatever calories that probably wasn't burnt the previous day, and that's the only energy I have. And usually that's a span of 1 to 2 hours, and then I start to I've tested these and I'm pushing myself, and what would happen is that I start to get a stomach ache. So I don't go past 2 hours. The most I probably did was 3 hours, and going on over 2 hours to 3 hours, that's extreme. So I only limit 1 to 2 hours. I eat, and then this pretty much translates into whatever I'm ingesting is to pump up more energy. I would suggest really get a wonderful breakfast or first meal. So something that is really good and all natural. I eat as healthy as I can. I don't really eat processed food. We stay away from junk food as much as possible. I would say 90 to 95% of the food that we do eat are fresh, and I do, and they're not processed. There are times that you're gonna crave certain things like junk food, but I did test this out with I wouldn't say like fast food. I would more of talk about snacks like chips or sugary baked goods, like something like that. That would give you a kind of a boost. If I would do something like that, what would happen is it's not very filling. I feel like I need more. That's why if you're going to start something like this, I would encourage something really like salads and chicken, like real food, not processed. So if I was eating just snacky foods, I have to consume so much because I just don't feel full. But if I'm eating a well-balanced diet, like I'm eating a salad, I even made homemade biscuits, and I ate like a huge salad with homemade biscuits, and I was full. I was full. If I were to just eat like something, not very nutritious like that, I think for me, it just kind of like a quick up, and then my stomach kind of hurts. Like this really can detect like real food, in my opinion, for my body. So if I'm eating like some type of protein like beef, pork, chicken, or fish, or some kind of seafood with a veg with it, I feel very full when taking these. So it kind of like really encourages my body to really eat healthy as well. I've also noticed at the end of the day, I eat a little bit sooner than later. Before taking these two, I would eat dinner like 6 o'clock. Now I usually eat dinner like 4 or 5 o'clock. And I'm good the rest of the night. Sometimes maybe if I do want a snack, it's a family night, watching a movie, whatever, that's completely different, but I don't really like feel hungry, if that makes any sense. If I do eat like snacks in between, I've noticed that if I do eat the snacks and it's like a bag of chips or something not really high in natural nutrients, I will get very, very hungry still. So I'll like consume more than I used to. If I do eat a more heartier snack like whole wheat chips or crackers or 100% whole wheat bread, and put butter in it because butter is all natural, or I don't know what I would put in there, something like cheese, maybe something like that. I feel like I'm actually it just feels more satisfying, I guess. It just, for whatever reason, it really dictates kind of your diet. And I would really suggest, if you're willing to take these, make sure to pay attention to your body, because your body really speaks to you like, oh, this isn't so good, you need to do more, and then whatever instinct pops into your head, you might want to try that out. For me, a healthy diet is actually more fulfilling. So before my accidents and my traumas, it's like my brain is rewiring to what I used to be. So I used to eat more all natural and not really eat junk food. I mean, yes, you get a craving from time to time and eat something that's junk food or processed food. But I was never really fully satisfied. I hated all those freezer foods, the very processed foods. I didn't like it. Just I there's something like my body reacted to it very badly. I was always loving to eat salad in every meal with a balanced meal after that, like a hearty meal. Like I would always have fresh vegetables. I would always have a protein. Another carb, like a starch maybe, but those two have to be there. And that would be every meal. So, I mean, lunch and dinner. For breakfast, it would be a heartier meal too. So that's just what I've noticed. And then when I had all my, my head traumas, there are days that I don't have any kind of appetite. So my body just wants that quick calorie boost, and it would be something that's junk food because it has that quick boost to that. And now it seems like, after using this only for a few months, that my brain is really kind of rewiring back to what it used to be. I've also noticed that my moods have been better due to my head traumas. And I think a lot of people with PCS or TBIs, you're quick to anger, or your patience is very, very small. You're more impulsive, and it's because of something in your brain that's lacking due to your injuries. I feel like with this, it is healing. There have been a lot of talk. I remember when I was asked, when I went to the concussion clinic and the TBI clinic for like testing and checkups and stuff like that. I remember I asked them, what can I take? What can I do to heal faster? And they told me fish oil or omega-3. It has to be the omega-3. I've seen faster results with this than with the omega-3. I've been using omega-3 or fish oil for years, and I wish I knew about this before, but it's better late than never. What I've also noticed is I'm really closer to what I used to be. My patience is getting better and better every day. The changes in like, I would have, because this is what happened due to my accidents, is that I would get angry very quickly for like the smallest things, but I won't have any recollection. Now, it doesn't happen as often and rarely. Like even today, when you have head trauma, if you know anybody that has head trauma, it's like this. There might be a little bit of sound here, whatever. They all have the same volume to us. So it's irritating because you're fighting to focus on one thing, but everything else is going to distract you. So everything else, so that's why we get like headaches, because just imagine like our heads is always constantly, we're like at a rave, but in this rave, there are like 20 different kinds of music together at the same time. So it's very confusing, and someone's trying to talk to you with all of that, or you're trying to do a task with all of that, and it's very, very distracting. And you can't really just, you can't mute everything else. I actually had injured my head today, and this part of my head feels like there's some kind of material, like a bunch of like material inside my ear when I'm talking, and when I hear something, it just feels like I'm being like smacked like this. The whole, like right now, it feels like there's this thick of material that's in here, in my ear and in my head, and it has that weird sensation that's very irritating. So that's the constant thing that we live with if you are recovering from TBIs and concussions. People always say, or like, you know, the doctors and the health department always says, oh yeah, you'll be fine in a month or a year or whatever. It's not really true. I'm still fighting and trying to heal myself, and I do feel like these are helping. It's not back to 100%. I would say it's over 50%. So that's a really huge improvement in my opinion. It's very, very quick, and what I've noticed is like if I miss this and I lower this dose, I regress. If I'm going to be taking this for the rest of my life, it's fine, because I feel like more of myself every day. Before taking these, a little bit of annoying sound would drive me crazy. Like, it makes me want to yell or just get enraged. With this, it's annoying, but I'm like myself before, like I can mute it. Like I can hear it, but it doesn't hurt my head anymore. There's something about when someone has TBIs or PCS or post-concussion syndrome or traumatic brain injuries, is like a tiny sound or sounds, it literally feels like Wolverine's blades are out and I'm being punched 10 times in a second. It's like that. And then it's like all over your head. So it's like 10 punches, you know, 10 punches, 10 knuckles, 10 hands. That's the extreme pain. And that's why people with brain injuries or recovering from brain injuries as well are quick to anger, because we're in a lot of pain and you just can't see our pain. No patience, quick to anger, irritated maybe, if not quick to anger, irritated, annoyed all the time, or just want to avoid the noise. So it kind of seem like that we're antisocial, but we're really not. It's just we have a limited capacity to absorb all of that. We have limitations. So this is why I'm doing this too, because I know how, like last year this time, I'm like dragging my feet. Earlier this year, or like last year, I hit walls, not one wall, walls, because I was so chronically fatigued. I would just walk, and this is another thing too, another effect of brain injury, is that you're so tired, and for whatever reason, it's like you have spotty blinders that sometimes I don't even see the whole 100% from my eyesight, or it just doesn't register, or I just don't notice. Like, it's there, but for whatever reason, my brain and my body doesn't seem to register that it's there. So I'll hit walls. I fell off like through a table, because, you know, like a coffee table, because I walked through it. I saw it, but I walked through it because I was so tired. I fallen off the stairs. It's not funny, but it's like, these are like things that, the effects of it. And anybody out there that has never had this, I'm really hoping you never do. If you do know anybody that goes through this, like, you know, be patient with them. And there are things that they might say and do that are like out of their control. I feel like since taking this, each day has a huge improvement, and I don't have as much irritability or annoyance or short patience in regards to just those kind of situations. Like before, when it's fresh with the injury, you would ask me a question. There are times when I would just respond, supposedly I don't remember, and people have told me that it's like I'm snapping at them. I don't try to do that. It's something that is out of my control, and which was a problem as well, because it's very difficult to do something like that, and you're not in control of yourself. It just feels like there's this crazy situation, and there is somebody else taking control of your life, and you're just a shell. You see everything, you hear most of things from people, but for whatever reason, you're not in control and responses. So that's kind of unfair. So if you are like me, or you need a boost, these really work for me. If you want to check it out, I would suggest don't do what I did. I would suggest get them together and start taking them together, because what I did was I started taking this. It worked fine because I tried to test it out to see if it worked, and I think it wasn't until like a month or so later that I started taking this. I wish I started taking these together, because with just this one, the patience was still not there, my energy, and I think it stems back to the energy. I wasn't getting enough energy. So if I only took these together that day one, then my energy level would have improved significantly. My moods, my personality would have already improved as well because of that. My patience, everything. So one of each, I can't really rate it. That's why I'm showing you guys both bottles. I do give this like a 4 out of 5 stars, because I'm not really 100% yet. I still need extra boost. I still need, I'm still impatient from time to time. Like I said, I have limitations and I have a cap for them. I do give it a 2 thumbs up. I do recommend, if you need this kind of, and if you're in this kind of situation, if you're one of those people that are just chronically fatigued, and because of the chronically fatigued, you will have mood swings, you're irritable, you're annoyed very quickly, you're bitter, and you're just snarky. And these all stem off because you're not well rested and you don't have enough energy. And that's why we get like that, because of that. So if you guys have any questions in regards to this, let me know down in the comment section below. Again, you can find these down below, and I'm trying to get you guys like the most cost-effective ones as possible. You want to chit chat about what happened to you, what you're going through, all of that stuff, let me know down in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. Anything else, comment section, guys. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, and I'll see you guys